You know what it is, YouTube. It's your man, the voice of wisdom, aka Anthony H.A. Pope, aka Tired Father. I've been on this kick for like the last 25 years to teach white people, Caucasian people, foreign people, and even our own black people that black people aren't miseducated, they're just misunderstood. So, for all the narratives portrayed by black women about black men and how they say we ain't shit, and then turn around and stop a black man from being good just so they can feel like they're the better species. It's a disrespect to black men. So as a black man, many a times I've cleaned up my speech, my image, and I went and hung out with white people. Because if 90% of the white population thinks that black men, the majority of black men, especially black men from urban communities, are dumb or just thugs, and then they meet me and it changes their mind, maybe that one person or that group of people that I met go off and tell other people. And we all know the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So if they say, hey, I met this one black dude named Anthony Pope, Tony Pope, or whatever they meet me, whatever alias I go by at that time. And they say he was so nice and so well spoken and so elegant and so knowledgeable and such a formidable mind that it actually begins saying, hey, what if other black men are like that too? And not just from the women's point of view, but from white men as well, to the point where they'll quit misjudging us as worthless baby daddies and uh, broken black households, and they'll quit blaming us. And even if they start blaming the black women, which would be true, they can't. Black women can't get mad at us. See, black women got this thing where they would infiltrate a white company, a white family, a white business, and say that they're pro-black and they're just trying to take from the whites and give to the blacks. But if a man do it, they're like, oh, that's some bullshit. You out there Uncle Tommy for the white man, and it's like, but you do it too, and you come back and feed your black family. So if I do it and feed my black family, and you do it and feed our black people, then who are we really representing? So if I pull white people closer, it's so they can get a better look at what black excellence look like. If I pull black people closer and all I hear out their fucking mouth is, oh, you a nigga, you think you better than us, you street nigga too. And I'm like, well, I'm not in my street nigga mode. Like, I'm in my professional mode, but you won't be professional with me. For the ones who do, congratulations. I shout outs to y'all. You know what I mean? And for those who are just professional with no street in them, shout outs to y'all too. For the ones who are street and professional, shout outs to y'all too. For the ones who are majority street, shout outs to y'all. But listen, street people, I'm tired of seeing y'all kill each other. Oh, let me phrase it. I'm tired of seeing us kill each other. Hell, I'm tired of seeing killing, period. Like, I'm 33. I've read so many books about killing, watched so many movies and documentaries about killing, lived so much life surrounded around killing, centered around killing. And, I'm just to the point where I'm tired. I'm tired of people like my baby mom in the collective consciousness because she thinks she understands Scientology and she only connects with black people, that she don't realize that her energy alone hurts black people. You know what I mean? Like, how can you tell me you respect a black king? And I'm not trying to bash her, but this is a question. How can a woman tell me, a black woman at that, tell me she respect black men and black kings, and then turn around and bash them and treat them like they're niggas? And I'm not saying that she don't have a right to act like a ghetto girl and shit in private. You know what I mean? Because that's usually where they do it anyway, unless they're just straight up ghetto and they're repping a real nigga image and they just act ghetto or hood in public, which is a part of the problem anyway, from my point of view anyway. Because you don't have to act ghetto to be dominant. You don't have to clap your hands and be ratchet to be dominant. Like I taught one of our black queens today. She work in a Waffle House. All right, she a server. I went in, I ordered a hamburger with cheese. The cook instantly started making it. Long before she rung it up. Around the time it was almost done, she rung up my meal or whatever. So I sat down, I ate my burger, and we had some conversation throughout the time. So then I was like, hey, I heard you give out drinks free. And she was like, I don't give drinks to people who don't tip me. And I was like, well, I should tip the cook because he made it. You know what I mean? And I was like, I could buy the drink myself. So, like, if I give you a tip, you know what I mean? I might as well just pay for the drink. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, like I said, I don't give out drinks to people who don't tip. And I was like, well, you see, here's the problem. 96 to 98% of the time, and sometimes even 100. I do everything myself. I bathe myself. I wash, do my own laundry, get my own meals, whether I'm ordering them or making them, or picking them off of trees, fruits and berries. Or I'm telling somebody what I want and then they do it, which is still essentially me doing it. You know what I mean? Like their body might be put into work, but if it wasn't for me speaking up for it, then I probably wouldn't have got it. And so I was like, well, you see how this, I was like, try this viewpoint for a second. I made a light joke like, hey, I heard you give out drinks for free. And you could have been like, yeah, I do. What you want? It gave me a Sprite. And I was like, here's, $2-3. But if you feel like I can't get a free Sprite in order for you to get the niceness of your efforts, then why should I say, hey, here's $3. Let me get a Sprite. I might as well just get the money to Waffle House. I might as well go to the gas station and buy one. I might as well go to the vending machine and buy one. Like, if you can't be nice without getting a tip, then that's part of the reason why I don't tip you. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, the cook literally made it. I walked in, said what I wanted, and instantly the cook started making it. So that really should have been the one that got the tip. You know what I mean? So I didn't leave a tip at all. But I just want to let y'all know, women, men, kids, grand folks, old folks, whatever. In a world where you're just nice to people, people do nice things for you. But you can't give somebody negative energy. Like if you know somebody who plays the piano well, and you go, hey man, you really did a great job at playing the piano, they'll be like, oh, that's awesome. And then they'll keep practicing and playing with that same love and passion. But if you like, hey man, you suck at the piano, and that person wants to play the piano, niggas, aka some of my black people, and some niggas that are white too, and whatever race, people from the hood, they call it tough love, but it's dumb love. Because if you tell them, hey, you suck at it, but that's their passion, they might be just starting off. They could be the next Beethoven, Mozart, whoever, whatever pianist you know. And instead of you saying, hey, keep up the good work, you'll get better, you're like, oh, you suck, you need to get better. Now they're not playing with love anymore. They're playing with anger and aggression. Because every time they try to think of you, somebody they respected or looked up to, or I say respected, not necessarily look up to, because they probably look up to the people who actually did it great, like play the piano great, but somebody they respect in their family or friendship, and they're like, hey man, look, I'm playing the piano, or she's like, hey, can you come listen to me play? And he's like, that shit sucks, you need to get better. Then you not only curse them, but you also try to force them to get better based off your negative criticism. So if they having a stressed out day playing the piano and they try to think of you, somebody who once made them happy, and all they can hear is you suck, get better. They're like, oh man, now they start playing with anger and aggression. So all the notes they play come out in aggression. All the vocals they use is aggression. And the hell, they might even create a symphony about the aggression that they feel when they think of you while they play the piano. But then that creates more negative energy as opposed to positive energy, as if you were to say, hey, you're just starting and I can see how you gotten better over time. Then they're like, yeah, somebody sees my progress. So then they make a peaceful love melody like the harps of heaven. And every time they think of you while they playing the piano, it's all love and joy and passion, and you get that good energy and love too. You know what I mean? Because it keeps energy doesn't disappear, it transfers. So again, for all of you out there who are constantly painting a negative image against black people or people from the hood or street people and shit, remember, that is just in your mind. Being a street nigga is just in your mind. They make sidewalks and fields too. I hear niggas talk about, I'm from the jungle, I'm from the streets. So what? I'm from the desert. Come out here with the soldiers. Come out here with the warriors. Come out here with the barbarians. Come out here with the Vikings. You know what I mean? Like, so what? So what? You're from the streets. You're not the only street nigga. I don't know why street niggas act like they bulletproof. So what? You drink lean. So do medical patients. So what? You pop Percocets. So do my grandma. She might not necessarily pop Percocets per se, but she do take her pain meds. You know what I mean? So what? So what? You drink alcohol. You ain't the only one. You know what I mean? Quit making it seem like the street nigga lifestyle is the only lifestyle, because most street niggas are afraid to step into a sense of professionalism. Most street men would probably be taller if they actually stood still and spoke their mind and use all that energy that they use for just to baritone their voice while speaking and standing with a posture that's respected. See, most of these people, I'm gonna be honest, most street niggas, I don't give a fuck your race, your heritage, your lineages, none of that shit. Most street people are so busy talking out of fear or talking out of the concept of to where they feel like they're being misunderstood, that it fucks up their posture. Like they're slouching their backs or arching them over or leaning back, sticking one foot out or looking nervous. And so instead of using their thoughts and their words to grow their body and truly stand 10 toes down on what they believe, they do out of like their energy don't build up their body like it should. And so therefore they stay little and frail and fragile. And then when they see big people, like, oh, I need a gun, I gotta shoot them, da 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 da. And it's like, but you could be big too without the need for violence. Violence only comes when people are misunderstood or if somebody's living in fear or somebody's trying to enforce fear. So if I got this belief with all the negative energy that's going on around the world, if people can look at somebody that they're afraid of or look at somebody that they think they're scaring and feel a sense of dark energy come from them without overreacting, then that would show the definition of a man or a woman. Because I come from an era where you're supposed to teach the people who are uneducated or miseducated, supposed to guide the people who are walking blindly, and you're supposed to partner with those who are living like you to save the people that are being led blind and who are miseducated instead of bashing them. When you bash them, you create killers. When you disrespect them, you create killers. Whether it's suicide, whether they're killing someone else, when you ridicule them, you make failures. And if you're not making failures, then you're making very strong demonic energies. For you Christian people, you're making very strong negative people. For your religion, for you scientific people, and for those who are opposed to either one of those spirit, religion or science, then for the spirits, you're bringing in bad spirits. Like, I shouldn't have to use my soul when I can use my spirit. I got the concept that soul comes from the people who have been hurt and who have left their bodies sooner than necessary. That's a soul. A spirit is something that lives in a person who's still animated in the flesh. So quit putting bad souls into people and allow them to use their positive spirits. Because if these positive spirits had more positivity flowing, we wouldn't even feel bad about the souls that's gone, because we'll say, okay, they're free now. You know what I mean? And those souls could still be positive. Like, I'm tired of hearing stories about Chicago killings, tired of hearing ambulances and fucking gunfires in the city, police sirens and shit. Like, bad people do bad things, whatever. But most people are only bad because when they try to be good, they get treated like they're bad. Like, how you gonna call a nerd a coward because he got an education? How you gonna call a brave man a coward because he chooses to use a weapon to defend off 3 or 4 people when it's 3 or 4 people trying to jump him? Let that be me. Let 3 or 4 people try to jump me. I'm bringing baseball bats, knives, guns, whatever the fuck I can get my hands on. Because you can't sit here and tell me, oh, we gangster, we jumped that nigga. Nigga, if you was gangster, you would have fought him one-on-one. Like, nigga, if you was gangster and you knew you could beat him, you wouldn't even fought him. See, that's how I earned my scrapes. Shouts to my city, Vaughnville. Tell you, all you gotta do is go out there, ask about Anthony Pope, Boo, or Pope. And make sure you say the black one, not the brown skin one. Because the black one had his morals. I don't fight people I know I can beat. I'll check them. I'll check them real quick. Like, bro, you know who the fuck you was talking about? Oh, nah, man, I ain't knew that was you. Da-da-da-da-da. All right, cool. So what's up? You still saying you can whip my ass, or what you trying to do? Nah, like, bro, stand up. I literally had a situation where I told niggas, stand the fuck up. If you don't stand up, I'm going to slap the fuck out you. Bro wouldn't stand up. I was like, see, and that's why I'm not even going to slap you, because you ain't even man enough to stand the fuck up. You know what I mean? So shit like that, I know I could say that I might have made a coward, but I also could have made him realize that he's not as gangster as he say he is. And so he should do good in school and get an education and find a good girl, because gangsters like me will literally come check niggas like that. You know what I mean? Like, I had this one incident God knows he was one of the, I call him one of the big homies, you know, just one of the niggas from the hood. I hear the stories about it. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get my stripes too, you know? Well, dude named Cousin Cray. And I know they say that boom and that roll with me, nigga. But shit, man, I've been saying this shit long before I knew them niggas on the internet. Call it the collective conscious. You know what I mean? But so boom. Cousin Craig had stripes in the hood. Me and him was slap box. His hands was faster than mine. But almost every time I see him, we be bored, but I cut let's slap box. Just so my hands can get faster. The nigga hit harder and the nigga was faster. But I was still slap box with him so I can up my game. It's kind of like sparring, like going to an MMA gym or a boxing gym and sparring with somebody who's either better than you or in your class. That way you can not only get better, but you can learn some of their techniques kind of deal. And one day I go visit my buddy Lorenzo Jones. And when I go visit him or whatever, he's like, hey, bro, I heard Cousin Craig was looking for you. I was like, what? I ain't even have no pistol on me. That's the crazy shit. My first mind was to go home, and keep in mind, I just walked almost a little over 2 miles into town. My first instinct was to walk all the way back home, grab my pistol, walk my ass all the way back to town, and go looking for the nigga. But I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Because I already know, I talked to my homeboy, Ma G, a.k.a. Quentin Green, a.k.a. my nephew daddy, about some other issues I had prior to this one. And he was like, man, you don't want to make a city of enemies and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, yeah, you right. So, long story short, I said, all right, Ren, bet. I'll be back. He's like, where you going? I was like, I'm going to look for the nigga. Now, based on all the stories I heard about him, my subconscious was like, man, this nigga will fuck you up. But when I heard the nigga was looking for me, my conscience was like, I'm going to find this nigga. I ain't give a fuck if it was, like, when I first left Ren House, it was going to be hands on sight. I looked for that nigga. I got to Ren House probably like 2, 3 o'clock that afternoon. I looked for that nigga for 5 hours strong. By the time I got done looking for him, the sun was setting. It was getting dark. Me, Lorenzo Jones, and Quentin Green was posted up by the Vaughnville projects next to the baseball field. Already started drinking gin, then hit a blunt, then started smoking cigarettes, talking to G and shit. He's like, man, shit, you still mad at Cousin Craig? I was like, shit, yeah, bro. Fucking, I heard he was looking for me, and like I said, at this point, because Ren used to stay in the house till it got late in the evening. He light-skinned nigga and shit. So he done come out. We done went and got alcohol, went and got cigarettes, went and got me some cigars because I was selling weed at the time. Was sitting there exchanging words and information with G because, like I said, Ma G was one of the big homies too. One of the older niggas that I could talk to and hear the wisdom that they were giving and share my wisdom with them too. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of was there intellectual. We was past that street shit, and we wasn't in school, but we still taught with a certain level of knowledge. So, you know what I mean? I even when I was a young cat, I was an OG because I was talking to OGs and talking to young people and people my age or whatever about wisdom as opposed to violence. You know, that Malcolm versus Martin shit. So, anywho, we were sitting there politicking, what we call it, like how we see the hood and what could make the hood better and shit like that. And out of nowhere, I see 2 shadows coming down the road, and either Maud or Ren was like, shit, there go Craig right there. I was like, word bet. And I stood up, and I was about to walk my ass to meet him because he was walking with Scooter Moore. I was about to walk my ass up the fucking dirt road that we was chilling next to meet the nigga and just fight it out. Whatever happens, happen. I was like, nah, fuck it. I done been drinking, I've been smoking, I'm just gonna chill, talk to him when he get here. So he walked the fuck up. I said, hey, cuz, I heard you was looking for me. Just like that. That nigga swung, I weaved that shit, right? Or I think I threw my hand up, I counter blocked it and weaved it at the same time. And I went to go stand up off the fence, and I could see him get ready to swing again, but instead of throwing my hands up to block and strike back, I was like, fuck it. Took the hit like a man. I was like, bro, what the fuck you looking for me for, though? You know what I mean? Because my mind wasn't on the fight at that point. It was more a matter of what the fuck, like, not even because of the hit. So don't get that shit confused when you watch this video. My mind was on the nigga. All the times I done put money in your pockets and gave you cigarettes and compliment you when you come through with a nice fit on, nice outfit, when all these other niggas saying you dirty and shit. I'm like, nigga, you in your 30s, I'm in my teens, and I'm fucking feeding you with cash and cigarettes, and we politicking about women, and you know what I mean? You one of the homies. Like, what the fuck you got going on looking for me for, nigga, when we ain't even beefing? You know what I mean? Like I see if he was one of them niggas from Yamasee, Esto, Early Branch, Luray, the opposite set, whatever. I could see he was one of them niggas that was throwing dirt on my name and I came to check you. But nigga, what the fuck is you looking for me for? Like that's all the shit that was going through my name. Through my head. So whatever. So I say he swung the first time. I blocked that shit and weave at the same time. Went to throw my dukes up. Knew he was about to swing again. I was like, fuck it. So he swung, was an open hand, hit me. Didn't even fucking budge my head or none of that shit. I just felt the hit. I was like, bro, what the fuck you looking for me for? You know what I mean? And he was like, shit, it ain't you. It's your brother that I really want. And I was like, shit, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, cuz. When I heard you was looking for me, bro, I walked all around this motherfucker looking for you. He was like, shit, you act like you was gonna do something. I was like, shit, I was gonna fucking try. You know what I mean? So, to me, it's moments like that that make or break a man. Cause like I said, every bit of me was like, shit, first instinct, shit, cuz looking for me, nigga probably gonna dust me out, let me go grab a pistol, go ahead and put it into that shit. Cause I ain't got time for that looking over my shoulders. You not about to try to get no stripes off me in the hood. I don't give a fuck if it's off the hands, if it's off the guns, if it's off the sports, if it's off the drugs, if it's off the work ethic. I did not give a fuck. And no nigga gonna get no stripes off of me on no dumb shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, I respect myself that much, and I know how ghetto people gossip. Oh, shit, man. It would have been, oh, shit, bro. Boo done let Craig dust him off. Shit. Then I got to walk around that shit for the next fucking 10 years. Fuck that. Oh, shit. Boo done let Craig dust him off. Oh, shit. Well, you know Craig got them hands anyway. No, nigga. I'm not about to be another nigga you get stripes off of. Don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So, again, my first instinct, you can call it my demon mode, my man mode, my warrior mode, my pride mode. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Excuse my language, people. I don't care what you call it. I was not about to take no L's, especially when I wasn't born in that city. Especially when I've been feeding these niggas in the city. Especially when I was playing big homie and little homie to the niggas in the city. Like, I let little niggas shine and feel like big homies. And anytime they get out of line, I'm like, all right, calm that shit down before you get hurt out here. You know what I mean? I don't care if they was going up against rival gangs. I'm one of the niggas they call, hey, yo, shit, Boo, or Pope, depending on who knew me. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, what you think I should do about this situation? Be like, what? Oh, man, such and such was talking trash at school. Be like, don't worry about it. I got you. That's big homie mode. Because if you come to me on the issue as a little homie, wondering what you should do, as a big homie, I'm going to step up and go handle that for you. You know what I mean? Because when I had issues, I've never, well, I ain't going to say never. And even when I did go talk to the other homies about some shit that I had going on, it's because I'd be in the middle of going to do the shit, and I'll run into them niggas, and either they'll talk me out of it, or they'll be like, man, you smarter than that. You know what I mean? Not necessarily talk me out of it, but they tell me to think about my future and all this other stuff. And, you know, I'm like, you know what, you right, bro. It's just, because at that point, I'm like, shit, I done let somebody in on the secret anyway, so even if I did do it, they'd know who did it, and that just should have created more gossip. You know what I mean? So, anywho, back to the point of the story. When the little homies come to me and talk to me, I go handle the issue for them. When the big homies come to me and talk to me, I listen to them and show them where me and some of the people that was my age or younger were already thinking and where we trying to go with our future. Not just living for the day, but looking at the future. Because they'll try to talk to me like, man, you don't need to be toting guns. Like, bro, I'm trying to survive out here. I know, bro, but what happens if you get caught by the cops? Man, I'd rather get caught with a gun by the cops than get caught without a gun by an op. You know what I mean? Like, that was my logic. It was always logic. You got to think something logical in everything you do. Like T.I. said on one of his songs, he said, man, if you think I was around here and riding around just being dumb, then, bro, I got a bridge in, what do you say? A bridge in, I think, like Seattle, I want to say. Shit, I got an ocean in Florida, I want to say. Some shit he said. He's like, you think I'm just being dumb? You know what I mean? So, like I said, with that particular story, and a lot of times I get to think about my brother or think about when we were teenagers and him when we were teenagers, even before he had the beard. And people will be like, oh, you thinking of your brother again? I'm like, yeah, because that's my blood. I rather think about, and this is the thing they don't get. Even if I'm thinking about another dude, they got to remember these are people that I met. These are people that I encountered. These are things that I witnessed. So I'd rather pay attention to the things I've witnessed, I've heard, I've encountered, I've seen, and I've done than to listen to people tell me about Marshawn Lynch and Michael Blackson and Carlos Miller and Chico Beans. I'm like, yeah, we could talk about them niggas all day. But those niggas ain't me. Why would I want to say? And this is around the time, probably about 6-7 years ago, when I became so arrogant or confident that I was like, I can sit around and talk about other niggas all day, or I could sit around and talk about me all day. So I talk about me. I think about me. I think about the shit I've been through. I think about the things I've seen, the things I've accomplished, the things I have, the things I want to get, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? I sit around and think about me and mine. And all I hear people doing is talking about me and mine. They don't talk to me about their business ideas. They don't talk to me about their life. And even if they do try to infiltrate my mind, I literally would have to power down mine in order for me to hear what's going on in theirs. And 9 times out of 10, whatever's going on in theirs is probably a response to something that I just said or got done thinking. So at the end of the day, I'm like, how can these people tell me I'm not one of the realest men or realest guys to walk the face of the earth when I focus on me and mine? Even when we were young, I didn't want to be Steven Jackson, Marshall Faulk from the Rams, the running backs and halfbacks. I'm like, shit, I'll play for the team like them boys. I like their style, but I didn't say, oh, I'm Marshawn Lynch. I said, no, I can't wait till I'm able to play like them boys. I can't wait till I'm able to play with them boys. I can't wait, you know what I mean? Like, the things I would say and do, it was like I'd watch like Terrell Owens. And that nigga has some of the best catches in the NFL. That's a fact. So when I played football, I would do phenomenal catches. I would make phenomenal spins. I would make phenomenal jukes. I would make phenomenal tackles and be like, yeah, T.O., I'm coming for you, even if T.O. wasn't on the field with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, Isaac Bruce, I'm coming for you. Yeah, Torrey Holt, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, Reggie Bush, I'm coming for you. I even had Reggie Bush on my Facebook profile because that nigga was like me, 5'9", 145 pounds. When he hit 180, I was like, I'm going to catch up to your weight. I feel you. But still, 5'9", 145 pounds, playing for USC Trojans and making some phenomenal moves. I'm like, bro, I respect them niggas. And it wasn't even in the sense of like, I respect you. I respect how you represented me because I was the same height and the same weight class in the same fucking sports. See, there's a difference between people saying, oh, I want to be Jordan. I want to be the next Jordan. I want to be the next LeBron. And saying, hey, I want to be as good as LeBron. See, there's a difference. I taught different. And everybody like, oh, you got to remember the greats. You got to talk about the greats. I do see them. But if I ain't on them niggas' teams, then they ops. Don't give a fuck. I'm not about to praise LeBron if I'm trying to be in the basketball league. I want to beat LeBron. And if I'm on LeBron's team, then shit, the moves I bring might make LeBron be like, damn, that young boy come out here showing out, but I could rock with him. You know what I mean? I didn't say, oh, let me grow my beard like LeBron. I didn't grow up in a fatherless home. I had a stepdad, but I didn't grow up looking up to a father figure like, oh, let me grow my beard like you. Let me grow my mustache like you. Let me put energy into my mustache like my dad. Fuck all that. I knew I'd have kids one day. You know what I mean? Like, that's different between somebody who's great. Like, there's a saying, basic people discuss people. Gifted people discuss events. And great people discuss ideas. I've discussed ideas since I learned how to think and talk. I've always been great. My ideas, my way of life. My mama will tell you, if things ain't going my way, I'm one of the maddest people in the world. Because I'm not trying to follow your president. I'm not trying to follow your dictator. I'm not trying to follow your sportsmanship. I see it, but I got skills too. See what I'm saying? I'm not trying to follow your swag. I see it, I like it, and make my stature feel good, so I'm taking it. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to rock like them New York niggas. I'm from the South. Niggas in the South stand tall too. Niggas in the South get loud too. Niggas in the South rock chains and get money too. Y'all got concrete jungle, nigga. We got a projects too. Oh, you go from project to project in your little boroughs? That's fine. I go from project to project in cities, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, we got our little towns, and I'll step in them shits too. So that's back when I called myself competing. Even then, I wasn't even competing. I was just doing me. And if I seen somebody doing the same type of shit that I was into, I'd be like, yeah, word, that's what's up, homie. People like my hating ass brother be like, man, you be trying to impress niggas. Like, nah, nigga, I see them niggas doing the same shit I do. And them niggas getting bitches. Dumb niggas getting money. Dumb niggas getting cars. And all that shit them niggas get is getting bitches. So I see the niggas that's doing the shit that I do. I don't see niggas that are doing shit that I'm not doing and be like, oh man, them niggas lame, whack, or whatever. I'd be like, word, I see you, cuz. Now, if they doing something that I don't do, but something in the middle of what they doing catch my attention, I'm like, word, I can fuck with that. Like my mama told me, I take the good and I leave the bad. Because I'm so fucking supposed to. If I tell my mama I should slap the fuck out of her, oh, you bad. I told my mama, fuck her. I literally text my mama or called my mama on the phone when they was like, Mom, you always talking about I'm cursing at you. Every time I tell you we can do some shit, da-da-da-da-da, you tripping. When I get mad, I say curse words and you talking about I'm cursing at you. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. That's me cursing at you. And hung the fucking phone up. There's a big difference between cursing out of aggression, and this has been going, me and that conversation with my mama, we've been having it for 15 years. I talk nice, I talk calm, I talk respectful. Her little boy that made me feel like a little fucking boy. But when I use my aggression and my knowledge and my wisdom and talk about the shit that I want to do, I straight up told my mama like 10 years ago, Mom, half the fucking time when I tell you shit, I don't even look for a fucking response. I'm just telling you what I'm going through. But as a mother, you feel like you got to try to fix all my problems. It's like sometimes I just need you to listen. And literally, so nowadays when I call my mama, she'll sit on the phone and listen. Even if she ain't really actually listen. But I done talk my mama to sleep. She wake up and I still be talking. Because sometimes I just need somebody to vent to. I'm smart enough to make my own decisions. I'm smart enough to know the difference between right and wrong. I'm wise enough to know when to use the two. All right? So half the time when people are talking to people and people are responding like, oh, I got to give this person good advice. Like, you talking to me like I don't know shit. You want to sit down and talk? Let's talk. You want to ask me my opinion? I'm going to give it. You tell me it's wrong, then fuck you. If you ask me my opinion and I give it, and you be like, word, I respect that. Shit, I view it like this. I be like, word, I respect that. Mutual thoughts, mutual territory. You know what I mean? Anytime you tell me I'm wrong, anytime you tell me no, anytime I tell you what I want and you do the opposite, then fuck you too. You know what I mean? That's how I fucking feel about shit. And legally, I can't kill the motherfuckers with the aggression and the passion that I really have for the shit. So I just walk around in silence. If I put my head down, they be like, oh, you being scared. Oh, yeah? You ever seen Mike Tyson in a fight? We call it having that dog in us. You know what I mean? Why the fuck I'm gonna walk up tall and give you a chance to scoop me? Why the fuck I'm gonna walk up tall and give you a chance to hit me while I'm already leaning back? Nigga, I'm head down, eyes up in the fight. You know what I mean? So a lot of these motherfuckers out here talk all this big, I know I've been cursing a lot, and I really don't be meaning to, because I make these videos not only for grown adults, but for kids as well. And I hope the kids of the future get to see these videos and let them know that there's people out here that are really standing for something. We really standing for people empowerment, self-empowerment, pride. Fuck anybody who say you too egotistical. They mad because they don't got the skill. Fuck anybody who say you overconfident. They mad because they don't feel the same. I'm black. You see the skin? I'm dark black. They say black is bad. I disagree. I'm black. They say black is that of a slave. I disagree. They told me black is a color that's supposed to symbolize evil. Well, I disagree. Because white people been beating people. You know what I mean? And I don't just mean white America. I mean like the Russians, the Europeans, the Spanish, shit like that. And I'm not even saying all of them were white, because they probably had some black people in their mix too. I know some black British. Shouts to Idris Elba. You know what I mean? I know the story about Blackbeard, the actual black pirate. You know what I mean? So I understand black integrity, black confidence, black swag. American history ain't the only history. America ain't even been around as long as land itself. So fuck America history. Fuck any bit of history that has anything to do with people trying to use their dignity to tear down mine. You say I'm arrogant, good. You say I'm confident, good. You say I'm egotistical, good. I say I'm a god, good. You say I'm not, fuck you. You know what I mean? You say you're a king, I'm a king. You're a queen, I'm a king. So what? Let's get along. You know what it's like to be a queen? You know what it's like to be a king? Well, me too. You don't want to budge, I don't want to budge either. This event ain't for you, walk the fuck off. Don't try to change it, because then you're trying to change my kingliness. Don't try to downplay me, because then you're just going to piss me off. So I don't give a fuck about what anybody else got going on at the end of the day. I see it, I get it, I'll encourage you to keep it going. Hell, I'll even try to make it better for you if you want the advice. But if you don't want it, treat it like fucking rain in the ocean. Let it sink into your mental, utilize it later if necessary, but just know it's part of your programming because I said it anyway. You know what I mean? But don't ever try to change my chain of thought. Don't ever try to talk me out of what I want to do. Don't ever try to tell me what I can and can't afford. Don't ever try to tell me about what I'm worth and what I'm not. Because at the end of the day, all I'm going to hear is, oh, I don't think I'm good enough. And this is what I'm going to hear from you, the person telling me that I'm not good enough. All I hear is, man, this person ain't good enough. And I'm thinking of you. This person ain't smart enough. And I'm thinking of you. Or this person ain't bold enough. And I'm thinking of you. Or whatever it is that you gonna come out of your mouth with about it. Ain't my time. Well, I'm living, so fuck you. You know what I mean? No matter what it is that you throw out there, all I'm hear is, I can't do it, so I'm gonna tell them not to. Or I think I'm the only one who can do it, so I'm gonna try to talk shit to them. And neither one of those are good for you. I told you I come out the country. Well, I'm living in West Columbia at the moment, but I come out the country. Hear me clear when I say this. We didn't have cameras at one point. Hear me clear when I say this. We do not have as many cameras in the country today as they have in the city now. You hear me? We from the country where we call our family before we call the police, and I didn't even trust my own family. You hear me? And I ain't no threats to nobody. I'm just letting you know that for a man like me to adjust and to a time like this, and in a city and in a world where in the subconscious I've been waking up so many people, it's like if I see a real nigga, I'm like, yeah, I used to be a real nigga with you on my OG shit. When I see a businessman, I'm like, yeah, I talk business with you too, because that's a part of me. I see a college kid, I'm like, yeah, I did that too. I see somebody disrespecting the rules, I'm like, yeah, I did that too. I tell them I'm a guy, and they like, no, you're not. That's only because they mind don't think outside of the book that was handed to them. The things I talk about and the things I say, no matter who I'm talking to, will have you questioning your own beliefs, which is a good thing. Because on the other side of fear is courage. I met a woman one time in my life. I'd be like, yeah, my mama told me not to eat from everybody. She said at some point you got to grow up and be your own man. Light bulb. That same woman one day, we was messing around. I was like, hey, can I do this? And she was like, don't ever ask a woman. Actually, it was a different woman. That was Liz who told me this next one. The first one was Lisa. Liz told me, shout out to Liz from Hilton Head. And not Liz from Panera Bread, but Liz that used to hang out at the Gold Club. Shout out to my dog Kiki. And Lisa, the 32-year-old redhead who's an optician assistant, told me the first one. Anyway, I'm rambling. Lisa told me at some point I got to step from my mom's rule. Light bulb. Liz told me don't ever ask a woman to do something to her sexually while you're in the act, because it'll make her feel like you're questioning your own abilities as a man. Light bulb. See, it's women like that I need in my life to remind me of who the fuck I am. Because women who are raising children, either teaching them to be submissive or teaching them to be overly nice, which in turn makes them very fucking submissive. And I'm not saying that those kids should go out and literally be violent and promote violence, but you can stand 10 toes down without actually hitting somebody. You can stand 10 toes down and not budge off of what you believe in. See, I also heard a saying when I was in Columbia DJJ, when I was like 13, 14, or 15. I had these two teachers, Andy Broughton and Mr. Brunch. I can't remember his first name right now. But we were doing this creative writing class with Mr. Brunch. And I read a quote that said, stand for something or you'll fall for anything. So a lot of these women are falling for anything they see that a man is doing that catches their attention. And then when they realize that that man is going to put what he was doing to catch her attention first, she leaves and finds another man. No loyalty. Like if you a fat, nasty, sloppy bitch who want a man that's athletic, muscular, don't think he going to stop going to the gym with other athletic people. Don't get mad if he's hanging out with athletic women. He's not there to fuck those women. They're just athletic women. So if you want to be the one and only woman in your man's life, then do some athletic shit with him. Don't come around being fat, sloppy, and reckless and then expect him to give up his gym and the people he hang out with to sit around and be fat, floppy like you, you know? Women, if your man, even if you are fat and floppy and you don't play sports, if your man go to the court on Sundays, Thursdays, Tuesdays, whatever, it's all right to show up with him every now and then. That way you support him because you want him to come to the family functions, right? You want to go everywhere there's food, right? You want to go to the club and you want to go to the movies and all these dinner dates that make you feel good, right? Then do the shit he enjoy too. That's why a man like me don't fuck with none of you ghetto ass, ratchet ass, so-called bougie ass bitches. Because if I ask you to do something and you tell me no, then fuck you. If I tell you what I want and you try to tell me that it ain't good, then fuck you. If I tell you to bring me something and you don't do it, then fuck you. If I leave money at the motherfucking house and tell you I need some new pillowcases and bitch you go to the store and don't bring back pillowcases and I do that shit 2 more times and you don't bring back pillowcases, bitch, fuck you. If I tell you to bring me some honey jack and you bring back some fucking regular jack, that's cool, but you better have a fucking bottle of honey jack with you. A bitch get in the kitchen and learn how to make some. If not, then fuck you. I like what I like, I want what I want, and anybody who try to tell me otherwise, either you introducing me something new, and I might rock with it for a little bit, but I'm not going to change what I truly enjoy, or it's fuck you. That's just the way it works. Like I tell motherfuckers every day, I'd rather if I buy 10 fucking cigarettes a day for $1 a fucking cigarette, that's 10 fucking dollars a day on cigarettes. And motherfuckers are telling me I don't want to buy a fucking pack because I'm trying to save money when a pack is $8.76. Fuck them. I'd rather buy one, be social wise, smoke that one, and chill the fuck out until I want another one, than to sit around and chain smoke fucking cigarettes a whole fucking 12 a day when I could have been smoking 10. Or sit around and chain smoke 10 a fucking day when I only needed 2. Because when they're there, I got an addictive personality. If it's there and it's mine, I want to use it. If it's my car, I want to drive it. If it's my shit, I want to wear it. If you want to wear my shit, cool, I'll let you borrow it. But while you got it, it's going to be on my mind. You know what I mean? See, everybody out here talking about men, king, queen. Nigga, I'm a god. I don't take shit from people. I don't want to steal from you, don't steal from me. You steal from me, I steal from the next, especially if I can't get to you. And if you do anything to jeopardize my well-being, then it's only right that I do something to jeopardize yours. I told you, I come from the city. I know they say sometimes you got to let people get away with shit, and I try. Lord knows I try. But I treat the world like it's prison, or county jail, whatever. Neighborhood, whatever. The boxing ring, whatever. You let a nigga bully you one time, and they'll try to do it over and over again. See, I got a spirit that can't be broken. So everybody around me for the last 10 years, even younger than that, they was trying to break me. They say bad shit, I still go do good anyway. They say good shit, I'd be like, word, that's what's up. But the odds of them saying something good as opposed to saying something bad was slim to none. I told you, one of the young kings tonight, I said, bro, you know what's crazy? I got way more love from white people than my own people. And they wonder why I don't fuck with most of them. See, when I'm doing something for them, they love me. When I ain't doing for them, they hate me. When I give them an opportunity to do for themselves, they hate me. Like, they'll be like, hey, can you go to the store and grab something for me? Be like, nah, bro, you gotta go get that shit yourself. Well, fuck you then. But if I go to the store for me and bring them something back, why you bring me this shit? Okay. But if I ever ask you to go to the store for me, I'll probably give you enough money to get you something too. Or at least tell you keep the change. AKA get you something too. If you going to the store already and I do a send by with you, I'll probably tell you keep the change. I don't give a fuck. I'll give you a $20 bill and tell you bring me back a Sprite. I'll say keep the 10 and give me the rest. Like, life don't get no fucking easier than that. I don't want to be around people. Because either people are stupid, they're fucking crazy, they're mentally programmed, or they think they're a fucking master. And just because I look young, they want to try to coach me through one of those 4 situations. And I'm already smarter than most of these motherfuckers. And the ones that I'm not smarter than probably major in like science or some shit. And that's literally what they do for a living. And that's that moment of life where I will sit down and listen to them. I will learn from them. But I got a simple logic. Common sense is so fucking common that if all you want to talk to me about is common sense shit, then don't fucking talk. Because that's all I fucking hear is a bunch of people with the same fucking common sense that was probably passed on from some fucking ancestor, some friend or family member, and then they talk like it's the smartest shit ever, and I'm like, I know that, right? Oh, my bad. Oh, you think you know everything. And I'll tell you straight up, I may not know everything, but the shit you talking about, I fucking know. I hate that shit. And I'm pretty sure like 80% of my fucking people feel the same fucking way. And I don't just mean black people. I mean my intellectuals. Like, I'm reading this book, and I was on this journey long before the book, called Unscientific America and How Scientific Illiteracy Threatens Our Fucking Future. These motherfuckers don't know anatomy. They don't know biology. They don't know chemistry. They don't know fucking physics. But yet they trying to talk to me about the collective consciousness and what I should and shouldn't think about. And then I explain what the fuck, because it says a thin line between genius and insanity. So if I was insane, I wouldn't be able to do the shit I do. If I was reckless, I wouldn't do the shit I do. If I wanted to be a basic fucking man, I wouldn't have never took the title God. So when motherfuckers are telling me what I'm thinking, tell them to figure out how they doing it. If a motherfucker want to tell me the shit that I see going on in society ain't me because they see somebody else doing it, but then they start talking the shit that I'm thinking when they fucking around me, then tell them to shut the fuck up. Because everybody got this, oh, he think he God, oh, he the devil. Well, fuck you and your religion. Because if God talked to Jesus and you can hear me, then I must be God to a Jesus. But if you trying to talk to me in my head and you can't hear me, and I can't hear you, or if I'm not saying the shit that you thinking, then that clearly means I'm not like you. And I'm so different that motherfuckers want to try to make me different. They want to change me. Instead of figuring out how to get on the fucking balcony view, they want to tear me down back to the streets. They say shit to make me mad. Like, you don't have to make me fucking mad to get intellectual shit from me. You don't have to steal from me to piss me off to the point where either I want to commit suicide or kill everybody else. Like, that's the world I live in. There's so many people around me, like, I'd be like, that's Kia for me. They feel disrespected. But I explain to you, she remind me of the woman I used to date named Kia. She remind me of my second baby mama, or my first baby mama, or my mama even. I'll even tell you that everybody share at least 1 to 2% of identical shit with anybody they encounter. But so many people are so hell-bent on trying to prove that they're so fucking different that they don't see the similarities, and that makes them slow in itself. Like, don't talk to me like you're my elder. I'm old. I don't give a fuck how old my physical age is. My mind is way older. Don't give a fuck how much older you are than me if you lack the wisdom to talk to me. I don't give a fuck how smart you think you is if you ignore the common sense shit. See what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker gonna say if it ain't helping me become taller, helping me become bigger, or helping me become smarter. If it's not of those three or more financially secure, if it ain't one of those four things, then I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what Tyler Perry did. I might watch it when I'm bored. I might watch it when I'm chilling with a chick, or I might take interest in it if one of my people talking about it, like, yeah, I'll watch that shit later. Or if they put it on and I go visit or whatever, I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. I see that shit. You know what I mean? But for me to walk up to you and talk about Tyler Perry, I know he was homeless at one point, modern day Jesus. I know he give hope to the people, modern day Jesus. I know when he talk about House of Pain, it shows black excellence, modern day Jesus. I know so many fucking niggas care more about the fucking jokes than the fucking morals and the intellectual shit that he put out into all his movies and TV shows. Tyler Perry's a fucking black Jesus. I'll go as far as saying a black God. Because so many people fucking worship the shit that he do without actually paying attention to the shit that he done. The TV show Sisters was about 4 women with good jobs and good morals. The problem with those bitches is they couldn't hold on to their fucking men because of all the ghetto shit and the gossip girl shit they let come between their relationships. His TV show Brothers was about 4 black men with excellent fucking jobs, and how the one black dude in the group was a sandwich shop owner, not a worker, but an owner with his mom. And he took so much shit from one of his close friends who went on to be a lawyer, and the dude who went on to be a lawyer didn't even realize the only reason why John got kicked out of college and became a sandwich shop owner instead of chasing his dream is because Mike fucking had sex with a minor, tried to rape some fucking girl or some shit, and John took the fucking rap for him. And so he finally checked Mike about that shit one episode. But there was 4 great black men. How sometimes the person who's at the bottom is because they took the risk for somebody they thought would be great. And sometimes these people that's great got fucked up stories of their own. That Meet the Brown shit, black excellence, family, unity, reuniting under one house. I don't give a fuck if it's a TV show or not. I know black families like that for real. When I tell you I try to work with my own family, I literally did my sister's math work so she can get my sister Christina's math work so she can get a fucking high school diploma. And she is CNA with 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, and she still talk shit. Like, okay, you had Section 8 for a little bit. That should have helped you get on your feet. You get food stamps. That should help you get on your feet. People understand you as a mother with kids, so they help you get on your feet. My sister Teresa thought she was going to be a fucking genius. She's a wordsmith like a motherfucker. Went to college, joined the military, got pregnant. Now she got her 3rd kid, driving a fucking beat up ass car. Like, so she's supposed to be smarter than this. My brother just had his 3rd kid. 9, almost 2, I think. No, 1 and fucking 2 months. And he telling my sister, shit, I got 3 kids like y'all now. My sisters and my brother remind me of my mama. Having kids back to back and ain't even set up in the dream house or dream home or having the shit that they really wanted. And they proud of that. My kids are 10 fucking years apart because I didn't want to be a deadbeat baby daddy. And I've done more for my kids than my own biological father done for me. And I can't blame my biological father because, again, my mama had 4 kids back to back, like literally. How old am I? I'm 33, sister 34, brother 35, sister 36. You know what I mean? And they got birthdays coming up. You know what I mean? So knowing that shit in my household, I'm a 90s baby. We call women like my mama hoes. My mama can argue, oh, I was looking for love, da-da-da. I tell my mama to her face, Mom, you was a hoe. Man, I tell my mama, man, I don't like bitches. Why would you talk like that when you got mamas and da-da-da-da-da? If the shoe fit, put your fucking foot in the Cinderella. Quit denying what the fuck it is. You can say you was looking for love, you was partying, you was having fun. I don't give a fuck. Talk to me about what the fuck you had going on. Because obviously I can understand it. People like, you don't understand shit. No, bitch, you don't understand. You so busy trying to hide shit that you think a motherfucker can't see the shit. And that's the same fucking mama who taught me what goes on in the dark comes out to the light. So there's nothing you can fucking say to me that I haven't seen, experienced, or put somebody else through that make you feel like you gotta hide shit from me. Just because you my mama? Okay, well, 4 kids, back to back. Older 2, same daddy. Sister Christina don't know her daddy, and you don't know who mine is per se. It ain't that hard to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, mama probably was a partier. She lived through the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the 80s, I think she was a teenager. So that was the crack era, the coke era, the partying era, the Black Panther era, or the descendants of the Black Panther area, the rebellious area. Like, it ain't that fucking hard to put 2 and 2 together. You was out looking for love, or you was out just trying to make men feel good? Or did you lack the proper education to do something good for yourself, so you ended up with shitty men? Like, just fucking talk to me. If you don't talk to me, I can see the quality of the men you met. And I don't like those motherfuckers. They not smart enough to educate me. So if those are the type of men you choose, I feel sorry for you, mama. To be honest with you. Should have chose better. And I know a lot of times the people in my family try to come between me and my relationships. Oh, you act like she better than us. Well, she damn sure enough smarter. She damn sure enough apply herself more. She's damn sure enough more in tune with building up family and sticking together as a family, as opposed to go out there and be independent and then get mad when I say I don't fucking need you. Don't tell me to go be independent. Don't ask you for shit. And then when I tell you I don't want shit from you, I'm always going to be your mama. I'm always going to be your brother. I'm always going to be your sister. Oh, yeah? You going to be my mama? Then get me what I asked for and not what you think I need. Oh, yeah? You want to be my brother? And show loyalty. Not to the fucking street image that you want to represent, but to the shit I asked you for as my brother, because I do the same shit for you. Remember them licks you used to call me on? I was there with you. They ain't one that I called you for. Remember when you used to beef with my homeboys over whatever issue, and I come ride with you, even though those was my homeboys and not yours? I was still there with you. How many times I called you for the same shit? Anytime somebody said something against the Pope name, I don't give a fuck if it was against you or me. Guess who checked them niggas? Yeah, I was there for that. You know what I mean? Hey, sisters, when y'all needed babysitters, because them daycare bills was expensive, who was there for that? Hey, friends, when y'all couldn't do y'all literature, y'all math, y'all history, y'all science, who was there for that? You know what I mean? Hey, businessmen, co-workers, which y'all call superiors, supervisors, and managers. Y'all just co-workers to me. Because when y'all had a question in the business, who was there for that? When y'all needed guidance on how to raise y'all kids and how to get respect from your co-workers or quote-unquote employees and who to hire and who to fire and how to make a great team, who was there for that? You know what I mean? But y'all managers, I see you. You supervisors, I see you. Y'all family and friends, I see you. But how many times when I say this is what I need to manage my life and you say, shit, we understand. Here you go. It's more like, oh, you ain't got shit, you ain't doing shit, you don't want shit. If I kill you, you be out my way. Can't do it legally though, you know what I'm saying? But then when I leave, oh, it ain't no loyalty. I get overlooked by my understudies. Imagine how I feel. And this ain't for sympathy. It's to show the fucking lack of intelligence that's within you motherfuckers. Like one of my area coaches said, Miss Savannah, she said, I don't think Mike want to let you go. I said, why? She said, well, if you had somebody like you, would you want to get rid of him? I said, you know what? You make a valid point. So nobody wants to see me rise because then they know I won't be the person they can call on. At least that's what they think. So if I was in fucking Florida and you called me, you think I wouldn't take a private plane to come see you? If I was in California and you needed me, you think I wouldn't send a hit squad out there to help you? If you was struggling financially and I was in France, you think I wouldn't still Cash App, Chime, or Venmo you? If you needed advice about anything going on in your life, you mean to tell me you don't think you could pick up the phone and call me? See, there's a difference between love and loyalty. Y'all learn to love things and use the people that's loyal. So then when we turn against y'all for the sake of our own loyalty, then y'all try to make it seem like we the bad people. But I tell you, like I told everybody, I fire employers. My verbal contract is just as good as your paper one. Don't tell me I gotta prove shit to you. Because first of all, you ain't me. I prove shit to me. You see what I do. My mama taught me actions speak louder than words. And for those of y'all who agree, you make your words match and I'll show you my actions. Don't try to get me to do a $120,000 job for $18,000. This wisdom that I'm giving out to YouTube is free. And you motherfuckers won't even subscribe to it. I ain't the only one who say it. I ain't the only one who live it. I hate when I tell a motherfucker, man, my back hurt. And they be like, shit, you ain't the only motherfucker with your back hurt. Bitch, I ain't asked you about another motherfucker. That's whole shit to me. Telling me what another motherfucker got going on is telling me that you pretty much telling me, fuck me. But then you turn around and be like, you don't call and check on me. Lie. Hey, fam, you good? Hey, bro, you straight? Hey, bro, you need something? And even if I don't call and check on you, I be like, shit, hey, sis, I think bro's straight. I don't know, shit, he got such and such going on. But shit, he know I be here if you need me. Hey, bro, I think sis straight, but shit, she got such and such going on, so try not to be so hard on her. Hey, man, you know mom's still learning. Hey, bro, you know them niggas out there tripping. You know what I mean? Why you don't got friends no more? Because, shit, I don't fuck with them niggas. Shit, some of them either dead or I just don't fuck with them niggas. Because they love things and use people. Like my best friend, Ren, I mentioned him earlier. Ren used to get girlfriends, introduce myself to him. Anytime Ren did something out of line, I check him but never tell them. Same shit. I see one of his girls doing something, I'll check them, make sure that she ain't doing that shit to hurt him. Told this nigga one day, I was in town visiting, told him about a little chick I was fucking with. She was from our area. I was like, shit, bro, me and was rocking in Bluffton for like 10 months. Shit, she up at the gas station. I'm trying to run up there and meet her, trying to ride. He was like, nah, bro. I said, shit, Ren, come ride with me anyway. Shit, nah, boo, I'm straight, bro. So I see, Ren, that's why I don't fuck with you. And his brother was there. And keep in mind, they family like my family. You know what I mean? I go over to the family gatherings. We play spades late night. His mama let us drink and chill at the table. That way we ain't in the streets being reckless. Anytime I had a problem, I could probably talk to Miss Van. You know what I mean? Anytime I want one of my girlfriends, which was only 2 to be honest. Anytime I want one of my true potential wives to see what a black queen look like, let him meet his mama. Even try to get my mama to meet his mama. So she can know the type of people I'm around, if anything. So she not being all harsh about the company I keep. So they having a little get together. I don't know if it was like Christmas, Thanksgiving, family get together, something. I was in town, Ren was in town, his brother Brucey was in town from Japan. He was a Marine. He's part of the reason Ren wanted to be a Marine. And when Ren didn't either sign up for Marine or couldn't get in as a Marine, I went and joined the Army anyway because my mind was on the Army, but I told Ren I'd join the Marines with him if he was down. Then he said he couldn't get in, so I went to my first goal, which was the Army. You know what I mean? So National Guard Army, but same shit, same part of the military, whatever. So anywho, in front of his brother, the Marine, in front of his uncle, some big brown butterball looking motherfucker, in front of his mama, in front of his cousin Elton, which was one of the people, in front of one of the neighbors who was his cousin, Hasi, and basically in front of all the niggas that knew me since we were kids, and all the women who knew me since we was kids but never kind of really met my people. I said, Ren, bro, I beat the fuck out you right now. His mom was like, no, chill, boo, what's going on? And his brother Brucey looked at me. I said, Brucey, this ain't got shit to do with you. You know what I mean? But he understood where I was coming from because Bruce understood the passion that I had behind that shit. I said, Ren, every time we got something going on, I'm either chilling with your family or we doing shit on double dates with us together. You know what I mean? Me, you, your girl, my girl. But anytime I say, shit, Ren, come do this, you like, nah. All right, nigga, what kind of friendship is that? You know what I mean? And Brucey was like, shit, bro, you trying to fight my brother? I was like, man, Bruce, man, if it come down to that, it is what it is. And I was hot. You know what I mean? And then he was like, hold on, let me talk to Ren. He was like, shit, Ren, I ain't lying. Boo make a good point, though. He was like, shit, because I done heard y'all plenty of times, Boo be like, shit, Ren, I'm about to ride to the mall, you coming? Boo, I'm about to ride, Ren, I'm about to ride to the store, you coming? He like, nah. But every time you need something, Boo the first person you call. Every time you about to go to the club, you like, shit, me and Boo. Every time you need a spade partner, me and Boo. Every time you about to go out to the street, shit, I'm going to hook up with Boo. But every time Boo say, let's go do something, you don't want to do it. He's like, well, shit, Boo ain't lying, bro. You ain't really his friend. I was like, yeah, I treat him like a brother, though, ain't it? You know? So, anywho, with that being said, that's just the world we live in. This is why I don't really have friends. Because I got people I could talk to and give knowledge and wisdom and inspiration to all day long. And so 9 times out of 10, anybody who's ever been in my circle learned something from me. And that's a fact. Anybody that's ever been in my circle learned something from me. And if they don't learn from me, then I teach them. If they haven't learned from me or learned from somebody who know me or somebody in the collective conscious who can say what the fuck I'm thinking, then I teach them anyway. So while I'm out here making all these people great, I feel like a Jesus. I feel like a Moses. Because all these people still trapped in the system, the game of Monopoly and shit, and telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing and shit. And I be like, why? Because you can't. I joined the service. I played for the football team. I played basketball, played baseball, played soccer, sold drugs, did carpentry work, did mechanic work, did engineer work, represented myself in court cases. Hell, I even told my fucking lawyer certain shit that could get me off of court cases. And it's all legitimate shit. But then they still saying now should not judge. But you got your police misjudging me. You got your teachers misjudging me. You got my mama misjudging me. You got these so-called friends and family and strangers misjudging me based off of your statistics or our statistics. Let's make that fair. Based off of our misrepresentation or our misinterpretation or our miseducation or the shit that y'all try to teach us anyway. You know what I mean? I was reading this one thing where it said sometime in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, they quit publishing scientific shit in the newspapers. They put a ban on it. They quit making as many scientific magazines. When I was a kid, I used to read all that shit. I had the East-Bays and the science books and the National Geographics and the Cosmopolitan for the women, and like, you know what I mean? I done read so much information and started utilizing that information that every group I go into, I can talk to these motherfuckers and literally know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So if I was y'all, I'd probably hate me too. Because most motherfuckers want to feel like they teaching people shit. I tell you what, you want to teach somebody, get you a fucking dog. You want to teach somebody, have a fucking kid. Because if you meet me in the flesh, you're going to realize there ain't too much you could teach me, but I'm supposed to sit back and listen to you like you teaching me? What kind of student would I be if I didn't showcase what I know? Man, I swear y'all people such a trip, cuz. I tell people I'm human first, I'm black second, and I'm man third. Based on religion, The Christian one at least. You should say I'm God first. Because if God created everything in his image and he made man and wife and they had me over time, obviously, then I'm still a God first. Right? Humans have humans, calves have calves. God made everything. Shit, I'm God, cuz. The Constitution used to say 1/3 of man. Now it says 3/5 of man. Either way, 1/3 ain't the same as 3/3. So if I'm 1/3 of man, you got to tell me what them other two is. Because if you don't tell me, I'm going to say it's God. And my godliness overrating that human shit, man shit all the time. So I'm human first, man second, black third. You treat me like I'm black first, that's a problem. You treat me like I'm man first, that's a problem. Before they name these cities, these countries, these continents, these lakes, and whatever else they want to fucking claim as theirs, it was God's first. You charging me for it. Fuck you. I got more electricity in my fucking brain than most of your fucking power plants. I can connect my brain to your fucking computers and cell phones and satellite dishes. I can even connect my brain to other motherfuckers' brains. Call it a Total Recall. Call it a fucking Minority Report. If you've never seen the movie, go watch it. Call it those fucking people from, I think it was one of the John Wicks or one of the Matrix and shit, where they had the fucking women in white, where they put their minds together and they could predict the future or, stop shit from happening before it happened or whatever. I literally could do that shit by myself. Y'all call it women's intuition. That's funny. Y'all call it the sixth sense. That's funny. Y'all call it the third eye. That's funny. You call it the mind's eye. Kind of shaky, but I understand. I get it. To the enlightened ones, I'm with you. To the enlightened ones, I inspire you. I know for the 1% and 2% of us, it's hard for the other 98, 99% to fully understand because they're afraid. The Bible taught them motherfuckers do as I say or sufferly turn to fire. And they said, okay, I'm afraid. And for the ones who didn't follow the Bible, they still had street codes that say respect the motherfucker or die. You know what I'm saying? They always put red against blue, black against white, light against dark, all this shit. Imagine taking all of that, putting it into one person. And be like, fuck Fed. You gonna kill me, kill me. You gonna praise me, praise me. You gonna talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit back. But I promise you, if you try to hurt me, I kill you. Cause self-defense, I protect self, I protect property, and I protect family. And it may not always be in that order. But if I let any of you fuck niggas and dumb bitches try to take my life, when I got a lot of people out here that need my wisdom, I swear to God, you'll die first. Put that on everything. My mama be telling me, boy, you always take the hard road. Nah, I don't. I take the easy road. Just these dumb motherfuckers make it hard for me. My mama be like, boy, when things going your way, you happy. And when it ain't, you get mad. That's my godliness. My mama be like, you should follow the Bible. Do unto others as they do unto you. You hurt me, I hurt you. And I ain't trying to make enemies. Because niggas get mad when you beat them. Trust me. The slaves will tell you. Niggas get mad when you beat them. They want to come back and creep with tools and shit. Why make an enemy when I can have a dead body? You know what I'm saying? I know it might be a lot to process, but mind over matter. Don't tell me it's wrong to kill when I got history books that talk about how motherfuckers wipe people off the face of the earth. Hey, yo, America. I don't know if this is your history or the history of the world, but you put it in your history books. If you kill people for using natural plants to heal people, saying they was practicing paganism and witchcraft and sorcery, and then you turn around and put those same shits in the modern day medicine, your ancestors was wrong, nigga. And my people suffer for it. America, if you tell me this is a Christian world, And I'm supposed to do unto others as they do unto me. And why the fuck that same book say, if you hit, turn the other cheek? That's a paraphrase. But answer that for me. Because if you wise and you smart, you know real men and women don't like getting hurt, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional. All right? So I know whoever created those original rules, this 10 Commandment and shit, long before my time, Bubba. You tell me to use my inside voice. This is my inside voice. You tell me to be calm. I let people just do what they want to do. But then tell me I can't do what I want to do because of other people. I got a problem with that. You tell me smoking cigarettes bad, it causes cancer. You still make it. But then arrest my people for weed. I got a problem with that. You telling me that alcohol consumption kill more people than guns and drugs combined. And you still make it. I got a problem with that. And let me know that you want people to get drunk. You want people to be incoherent. You want people to have astigmatism so they can feed your counties, feed your prisons, damage their brain cells. The humankind part of our godliness has been distracting each other so much that God himself is angry. They've been doing bad for so long that he's angry. And if the devil's greatest trick was convincing man he didn't exist, then mankind must have fucking tricked the devil. Right? Because imagine, it could be a hypothetical, but just imagine. Imagine being, like a wizard, a holy being that can manifest anything you want and only ask for small gifts and tokens of appreciation in return. I'll give you 1,000 rubles, red. Just bring me back one blue. And he don't get the blue one. I'll give you 20 wives. Just bring me a cut of her hair, your first wife's hair, and you don't bring it. Or bring me your first child, and you don't do it. I'll teach you how to crop the land, give you nutrients. Just don't hurt my people. And you hurt their people. Wouldn't you be mad if you were the devil? What if the devil had so much electricity, electrical being, who said, hey, I'll put power into your generators so y'all can have these lights y'all love. I'll teach you how to remake it. I'll show you what I'm made of.